Folks, for my long, illustrious YouTube career of give or take 16 months, I have avoided talking about boy moms like the plague. I feel as though it is a topic that is too sloppy and too stupid, even for me, which is really saying something. So I have not done it. I have not done the boy moms are crazy YouTube video. But then every once in a while, something comes around. Something comes across my desk. And I can't help myself. It's too good. It's so good that I'm like, I'm going to start a whole another YouTube channel that is even sloppier than the current one, just so I can talk about this and feel good about it and feel justified about it. So what's going on? We got Jenny Mollen. Shout out to her, Jenny Mollen, who played, she was in Girls. She's an actress. She's a writer. She wrote a book called Live Fast, Die Hot, which came out in 2016, which was a great year for all of us. And again, that title right there, I'm kind of, the picture is starting to be painted. But anyway, she was in the news about a month ago over some controversy over how her relationship with her 12-year-old son is. She has said a lot of fascinating things about her 12-year-old son, and really, really fascinating stuff, including, the sort of thing that brought this to a head was this Instagram post right here, where she appears to be between her son's legs, hugging him on a bed. He's like hiding his face, and the caption rather, is "Your eldest son will be the most toxic man you ever date." And this was the original caption. I stand by it because she edited it. She changed it. And you can see this community note right here. The community note's going crazy over on Instagram nowadays. Jenny removed the caption for this post. It originally had a pedophilic statement about her son. And that's the sentence right there. Now, listen, people can feel however they want to feel about this picture right here. But that's fucking crazy. You can call me a madman. You can call me whatever you want. And by the way, I knew that there was something wrong with this picture when I learned what the son's name is, what she named her son. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the kid's name is because I respect Jenny Mollen's son's privacy more than Jenny Mollen respects Jenny Mollen's son's privacy. But it is one of those names that you listen to and you hear it, and when you hear it roll off the tongue, it's like, I don't know, you watch too many Pixar movies and you decided to name your child after a cartoon. Sorry, that's too much. We're already doing too much. Was it Pixar even? Who knows? Let's pretend the kid's name is Woody. It's actually worse than that, but let's pretend the kid's name is Woody. And I do want to note as well, the first article that I saw about this situation from Us Magazine, Jenny Mollen addresses backlash for calling oldest son the most toxic guy she'll ever date. And the picture they chose to use for this article is her at the Zionist Action Fund, which is progressive, pro-Israel, pro-Kamala, is what she was at. And this brought me back to her LinkedIn, where essentially the two main things about her personal life that you need to know or three, I guess. She's divorced, she really loves Israel, and she wants to sleep with her 12-year-old son. It's Wikipedia. I'm not saying any. I'm reading with you off of Wikipedia. Listen what it says right here. Mollen, alongside her husband Biggs, signed the No Hostage Left Behind letter demanding the release of all hostages kidnapped by Hamas. And that's what I've been saying. Hamas is really waiting to take action based on what Jenny Mollen says from Girls. The Hamas commanders are sitting around saying, what does Jenny Mollen think about this situation? Stateswoman Jenny Mollen. In November 2023, Mollen spoke at a Friends of the Israeli Defense Forces fundraiser. Okay, well, that's great. That's good. Good for her. So again, the two main pieces of information about Jenny Mollen. She is super pro-Israel. She likes bombing children, and she wants to sleep with children if she's related to them. But let's not jump to conclusions here. She went on a podcast, the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast. Again, I mean, the picture being painted here is incredible. And let's hear her out. Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's see Jenny Mollen on the Not Skinny But Not Fat pod.
Drama about this fucking post.
Yeah.
And I thought that what you said on the phone to me hit so true and hard.
Yeah.
And we talked about you writing a piece about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on the pod and say this because I think it's really important. So let's talk about how it all started. You posted a photo with your kid.
Yes.
You're hugging in the bed.
Yes.
Call it whatever you want. Hugging.
Embracing.
Toppling. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Listen, hey, call it whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. Call it hugging, kissing, toppling, gripping his thighs, gripping the back of his head, sliding your legs between his. Calling it the most toxic man you'll ever date is the kid, the child, the 12-year-old. Call it whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. It's like literally the internet. So extra.
Was your eldest
child will be the most toxic guy you ever date.
That's a crazy thing to say. So it is true in the sense that you truly did say that. But no, that is not something that normal people comes across their minds.
Exact words.
Yes.
So people don't then twist it or anything.
Which, if you have a son, you fucking know that.
And let's...
No, I don't have a son, but I am a son. And let me tell you, nobody can relate to this, Jenny. Nobody can relate to this.
And I can explain what that means.
Did you notice from the beginning that this is going on, like, the wrong side of Instagram? This is being taken... Like, you could tell right away, right, when the comments...
The wrong side of Instagram here being people who are not personal friends with Jeffrey Epstein. It's reaching the wrong side of Instagram, which is people who are not PDFs, is what the statement here is. That's the wrong side of Instagram. But by the way, this works both ways. I don't want this to be when Tom Brady is making out with his son too, like I have a problem with that as well. All right. And then, again, it's just like, it's odd. To say it's not odd is what's crazy here. You want to jump around it and be like, this is acceptable in my house. Whatever, dude. But you posted this on the internet, okay? And you want everybody, you don't want to just be normal with your own family. However your family does things, you can do however you want to do it, and whatever. But it's like, you want everybody around you. You're gaslighting everybody to be like, this is good. Everyone does this. No, they don't. No, they don't. Not skinny, but not fat, though. The podcast. Let's see.
Well, I think Caroline, not to throw Caroline under the bus, but somebody attached my Instagram to my Facebook.
Okay.
And Facebook is a different...
Mark Zuckerberg, always at the scene of the crime.
Demo of humans.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think that's where it started to get this weird traction.
Because the Instagram people know you, follow you.
Yeah. It's like, this is the joke I've been making forever. Like, I'm in this dysfunctional relationship with a guy who's like, can you hold my head while I vomit into the toilet? Can you
wipe my butt?
Can you give me a full body massage before bed?
Yeah.
Can you, be a deer and put more ice in my water bottle? Like, this is the treatment.
Or Noah, who grabbed my butt and said, there was a lot of fat on this butt. And I said, you're not wrong, Noah.
Yeah.
So yeah, another...
Okay, again, and the wiping your ass and the grabbing your butt or whatever. Okay, sure, if he's a toddler, it's a toddler. But this kid is 12, okay? This kid in this photograph right here, man, is old enough to be a little skeeved out, probably, about this. If I had to guess. If I was 12 and this was my mom, I'd be like, can you just stop touching me like this? And again, if you want to say this is fine, it's the caption that's weird. And if you want to say this is a long-running joke that you've been doing, Jenny, the joke is terrible. This joke is not worth it. This is a one punchline gag. This is not a running, I'm going to keep bringing this up for forever. Not Skinny, Not Fat, the podcast.
I think my ideal partner is somebody who's just gonna sit in a dark room and read everything I've ever written. Tell me how amazing I am. Give me all the things that I didn't have as a child.
And I can tell this is the situation here, dude. Okay, every single time you come across a boy mom discourse on the internet, the problem is always the dad sucks, the husband sucks, or they're divorced, which Jenny is, I think, divorced. I don't know how many years ago, but she's divorced. And so you essentially try and make your son a stand-in for the love that you feel you did not get, or are not getting. And that's weird. That's weird. Sorry, my camera thinks Tate McRae's face is a person, and now it's tracking Tate McRae. Not Skinny, Not Fat.
What can you talk about in terms of how you're feeling now being single? Are you embracing that part yet, or are you still focusing on the kid?
Yeah, she's still focused on the kid because that's her main, prospect. Are you focused on being single, or are you focused on your son? And she's about to say, well, my son is about to make me not single.
Still pretty focused on the kid.
On the kid who I want to date.
Kids.
Yeah.
I don't...
The kids?
I am going to be my worst nightmare.
And this is a joke. just say it again. And you know that I love
Yes.
your writing.
Yes.
And I followed you for years, even before we met. And this is part of your humor. This mom,
My
I mean,
shtick.
dictator lunches.
Yes.
Dictator lunches.
He's the dictator, and I live in this like autocratic regime.
Okay.
Where I have to like,
Do what he says.
It's like thumbs up or thumbs down, like off with my head if I fucking serve you sun butter. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think made people?
Okay, and what does that have to do with the toxic? You know, again, we're giving too much credit here, because I still haven't gotten to the jokes as well that she wrote, the long running jokes that are totally chill and normal. But you know, you're just describing a child. It's like, oh, he's picky, he's needy, he's this, he's that. Yeah, he's 12, you know, and you're probably talking about him when he was 7 too. It's a kid. Yes, kids are stupid and want a lot of shit. They're annoying. That doesn't mean you're in a toxic relation. Like, why would you continue to make this comparison that nobody was thinking of until you brought it up?
Will take this the wrong way, the caption, or they thought like the hug was, I mean, what do you think set people off?
I think they
What do you think set people off? Okay, what do you think set people off? Your eldest son will be the most toxic man you ever date. What set them off? It's a mystery.
thought that maybe the hug looked lascivious. I'm not sure. I don't think they liked the caption toxic. I think toxic got in some sort of algorithm search, and you're probably reading about like being like a.
You don't know how Instagram works, do you? Or Meta? I don't know. She's like blaming the platform. It's like you decided to be a freak. These are people who followed you who are like, this is weird in your comments. This is not. It didn't reach the wrong side of anything. You just, frankly, it took a while. It took a month for this to reach a wider audience. So.
Used, and then you see this woman like embracing her son, and they're just like, what the fuck? You know, they couldn't handle it.
They couldn't
It
handle
threw
it.
them over the edge.
People were saying they want to call CPS on you.
And my sister had the best response. She's like, somebody should call CPS on me for ordering my son Taco Bell for dinner. Because that is like, what are we talking about?
What are we talking
And
about?
by the way, if you knew my son, like, he's really the predator. You know what I mean? Like, he's the one who...
Again, completely unprompted. Completely unprompted. I get it. You're on a pod, you're having a good time, right? You're just shooting the shit. But like, if you genuinely feel like people are misunderstanding you and you have an opportunity to clarify this misunderstanding and people think your relationship with your son is weird, and you take the opportunity on such said podcast to be like, and anyway, really, my son is the predator. When you think about it, my 12-year-old son, it's just odd verbiage, bro. That's just very, very odd verbiage to be using about your child. And they're having a hoot and a holler, and that may be the case. But you know, this is like, I don't know. Is this the kind of material you bring, Jenny, when you open for the Friends of the IDF fundraiser? Because, I don't know, this doesn't feel like something that we do in polite society.
Listen, I read your stuff, and like you said in one of the things which they were getting pissed about, there was a line that was like, his girlfriend isn't even hotter than me about your son. Like,
It's just
hilarious.
It's just
By
funny.
the way, and then it's like, she's comparing, and I'm like, wait, do these people watch
I'm
stand-up?
serious?
Like, do
Yeah.
these people go to comedy shows, and then every joke a comic is making, they're like,
Dude, here's the thing, though, okay? Listen, here's the thing about this. About the whole, you know, oh, well, it's just a gag again. It's just a meme. But, you know, it's like when Dave Chappelle for like 3 years would only make jokes about trans people. It's like, at a certain point, that's not a joke, you know? And even if it is a joke, the joke isn't funny anymore. Like, if you say one fucking off-color comment for the memes, sure, dude, whatever. I appreciate, right, some crazy, you know, off-color comments and humor. But it's like, this is your one thing. You have made your main thing right now is that you keep writing and posting as if you want to sleep with your son. And when you do that over and over and over again, it makes people beg the question. Does Jenny Mullen want to fuck her son? Is what they're asking. And I don't like that for you. Like, I don't want that for you. But I also, it's like, it's tough to watch, dude. It's weird. It is weird. And you can say it's just jokes. Let me pull up this, dude. Hold on. And this was from her Substack, by the way, which, you know, Substack daughter or podcast son, it's a fucking toss-up at this point. Several months ago, my eldest was texting with a girl. She was 12, but I could already tell my brand of toxic. She was bossing him around and using big words, and he was utterly spun. I complained to Jason that I wanted to intervene before he got hurt, and that she wasn't even hotter than me. But Jason insisted that I let him make his own mistakes, and objectively, she's right. And again, this is part of a longer piece about motherhood and whatnot. So this is not in the context of a joke, clearly, whatsoever. It's pure gaslighting, dude. It's pure gaslighting. Get the fuck out of here. This was not a joke. Or like, if it was a joke, all right, you have to, I don't know, dude. You really can't have it both ways. You can't be like, I'm a thought leader on motherhood, and that's why I make jokes about wanting to bang my kid, like, but also I'm a comedian. It's like, okay, well, are you a thought leader on motherhood and like making an open diary Substack where you're being very honest, or are you just making jokes? Okay, because you're like upset, understandably, about people being like, we should call CPS. I don't think that's nice or kind or fair or whatever. But you can't be like, why are people reacting like this when your writings and how you've portrayed this is odd. It's fucking weird, bro. I don't know how many more times I can say it was weird. You guys know it's weird. Not weird according to everybody, though. Here again, this is People Magazine. They're talking about the Instagram picture. And this commenter goes, she's not doing anything wrong. That's her son. That's his mom. We already known she a lot and eccentric. I love her. Yeah, it's eccentric. She's just eccentric. These are the same people, by the way, who are like, Jeffrey Epstein, like, okay, he was a bit of a playboy. He was a bit of, he was the man, but he wasn't doing anything wrong on that island where we have documented evidence of everything and all the fucking people who were there and all the scumbags, and we know there's victims. No, he was just... He's just an eccentric guy. And again, I'm not saying Jenny Mollen is Jenny Epstein by any sense of the imagination. I'm not saying that. But at a certain point, dude, when people are being weird right in front of you, you can only see so much smoke before you have to ask, why is Jenny Mollen so weird about her son? Anyway, let's take a look at what The View has to say about this situation. I already know Whoopi doesn't have time for this shit.
I don't understand any of this, so I'm just going to say what's there. Actress and writer Jenny Mollen is defending herself over a social media post embracing her 12-year-old son in bed, along with a now deleted caption, "Your eldest son will be the most toxic guy you'll ever date."
Dude, her fucking face, dude. This right here. This is how I feel about this situation. I love it.
Some people
oh.
commented that it was inappropriate, but
yes.
Mollen claims it's just her hugging her son and blames her separation from actor Jason Biggs for making her a target.
Which is crazy.
Because she's, quote, not protected by the institution of marriage.
Which is crazy.
I didn't understand the picture. I didn't understand it was. So I'll just throw it to y'all.
I don't care. Again, it's judging. It's like, we just said, mind your own business so you won't be minding mine. Now, she did put it out on public media.
Yes. She put it out on social media. Why would she do such a thing? She put it out on social media. That's correct, Kara Swisher. So, as a matter of fact, no, don't mind your own business. You're a public figure, and you're doing things in public, and people are going to feel some type of way about it. And if you don't want to just move on, if you want to get on a podcast and defend it, I think she could have done a better job. I think that's a fair critique.
Media, essentially. Okay. Look, she's hugging her son. So what? I hug my kid.
Yeah, so what? So what? She's hugging her son. So what? Here, how do you guys know how to zoom in on a Mac? So what? Hey, she's hugging her son. So what? So what? Your eldest son will be the most toxic man you ever date. She's hugging her son. There's no need to make this weird. She's just hugging her son. Sure, Kara. Sure.
It's my boys.
Again, and I don't want to be this guy, but sorry, before this keeps going. And I'm not saying that this is a good rhetorical argument, or that it's a fair argument even. But truly, if the gender roles were reversed, I don't think this would be a topic of debate. I think we would all be on the same page if this was a 47-year-old man in between his daughter's legs, who's 12, just with the caption, talking about how I'm hotter than my daughter's 12-year-old boyfriend. I feel like we would all be on the same page about that. I don't know why this is controversial. Again, nobody is saying that she deserves to be in prison. I'm not, at least. I'm sure some people are. But for the most cases, nobody's saying she wants to, needs to be put away. I'm just saying this is weird. And for Kara to be like, it's not weird, people should mind their own business. This is why people hate Hollywood. This is why people don't watch The View anymore. This is why everybody doesn't trust famous people and people in LA and wherever, and politicians, because you're crazy. To the average person watching this, that's fucking weird. And you can say people should mind their own business all they want, okay? But maybe less people should have minded their own business when Jeffrey was down there in West Palm. You know what I mean? Maybe Kara was minding her own business when she was at Jeffrey Epstein's parties. All right, I'm not saying that. That was defamatory. I take that back. In Minecraft, Kara Swisher was in Minecraft at Jeffrey Epstein and Diddy's parties, is what I'm saying. Minecraft, Kara Swisher. She would have looked the other way.
All the time, and one of them's 6'5", so it takes a little bit to do that.
So you're really hugging his waist.
I'm really hugging his waist. But one of the things that's hard is we have to dunk on everyone for everything they do. And
She
I'm
posted
like,
it.
Just leave her alone. Like, it's a
She posted
stupid
the picture on the
caption,
internet.
But are you going to judge by every stupid
But it's
thing?
on the
you've ever-
heels of a beautiful essay she wrote. Jenny Mullen is specific or deliberately provocative. She's trying to get your attention. There's this beautiful, transparent, and authenticity to her that makes her so.
Yes. It's a transparent, beautiful, thought-provoking piece where she considers the question, I'm hotter, or the situation of being hotter than your son's 12-year-old girlfriend. Again, it was a thought-provoking, hey, I'm getting older, I'm feeling, I worry about the loss of my son, and specifically, I worry about losing him to that girl in his science class in 7th grade, I don't even know, 6th grade?
This universal parental truth that if you're a good parent, you'll raise them to leave you. That's what she was addressing. So that was
and that didn't come across it. And by the way, that didn't come across at all. You can go read the Substack piece. Like, okay, sure, yes, agreed. That's a very human, very a thing that happens 100%. That is not what she talks about. She talks about being toxic when she was a girl and how she broke a bunch of boys' hearts, and now how she doesn't want to her penance for that is basically that her own son is finally, I don't know, fucking going through puberty. Like, this is weird to talk about, bro. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Boy moms are never being the allegations. I don't know. Her essay was weird in a lot of ways. She said she was jealous of her son texting girls. Yes. This is disgusting. By the way, like to dislike ratio. Again, even The View on 44,000 views. Low key, dude, I might be getting more views than The View at this point. But even whoever is sticking around for the carcass of this terrible show, even they are like, dude, I don't know. I don't know if we have to. Do we have to give Jenny Mullen grace on this? I don't think we do. I don't.
title. This is Jenny Mullen being Jenny Mullen.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and Jenny Mullen's weird. And Jenny Mullen's a freak for that. If this is who Jenny Mullen is, she should stop doing that. She should try doing something else. Again, I'm not trying to do the reverse the genders. I know that it's different. I'm not saying that it's that simple. But truly, if you did reverse the genders in this situation, would she, I don't know who this member of The View is, would she be saying, it's just who this. It's just this is just Jeff. This is who Jeffrey is. Everybody knows Jeffrey like that. Everybody knows Jeffrey is like that with his 12-year-old daughter. Imagine. And Jeffrey, by the way, that's just a name I picked out at random. Doesn't have anything to do with anything that's going on currently or previously in the world. I'm just saying. Let's say there's a guy. He's famous. He's a celebrity. His name is Jeffrey, and he was writing Substack articles about not wanting his 12-year-old daughter. Like, it's giving Trump when Trump was like, if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. Like, that's what this is reminding me of. And everyone universally agrees that was fucking crazy. But here, Jenny Mullen is just doing Substack intelligentsia, and we just have to move on. Okay, sure.
I adore my son. Everybody knows that. And I didn't have a problem with the picture at all. I mean, if that were...
Am I going crazy? Am I the crazy one? Am I the fucking crazy one? It's a genuine question. I don't know.
Mother hugging her daughter, would the reaction have been the same?
I think it was
Sure. I mean, if this with the if it was a mother hugging her daughter with the caption, "Your eldest daughter is your most toxic wife," I guess, yes, I think it would be harder to pull off. But yeah, you could make it creepy. You could 100% make it this creepy. Again, I think just in context with all the, it's this picture with the caption, with her writing and her long history of not being able to stop talking about her 12-year-old son in a weird fucking way and calling him a predator on this fucking podcast. It's everything together, Sonny. You guys are trying to look at this picture in a vacuum. I agree. This picture in a vacuum, it's like, that's weird, but like whatever. But when you add in everything else, that's where I'm not
I
sure.
think
But
it
it's
was
grabby.
the caption,
Yeah.
but it was a grabby caption. But I think, you know, moms of boys, we do have a certain relationship with them, and there's nothing wrong
The
with
essay
loving
goes
your
from being the
boy.
center of their world to handing them off to someone
called
else.
us
So she was
slow
saying
boys.
their
I'm
emotional.
actually never gonna do.
Me neither.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good on all that.